mad. As the multiverse aligns, new mutated enhanced being of my kind. I rhyme to an iron heartbeat of Eddie Kane, the conqueror with the thought of Xavier's peace of mind. Look, Matt's crafting a well-written in Hell's Kitchen, being blind. Dare to see your Scott Summers eye to eye. Miles ahead, web slinging a line. In this age of Voltron, you ain't even inclined. The real McCoy, your beast with mine. I'm from Sakar, barely age, I've increased the time. Fantastic as a force field formed by Sue. It's the arrival of MRVL Of The Minds, it's been due. Go.
And first and foremost, what up, though? It's MRVL Of The Minds. I'm Nametag Alexander. Peace of mind, co-host. What's going on with me, good sir? What's going on with you, good sir? I'm talking about what's going on with me. I know what's going on with me. Like, chilling, man. Chilling. Man, I love when we don't really speak about an episode after it airs. We just, yo, man, did you see it? I saw it. Fire emoji. Yeah, man. This one part was crazy. Just a little subtle, just brief conversation. Is like, we know now, like the rhythm is there, like save it for the pod. Because it's easy to get caught up in just kind of saying so much and you forget to say it on the pod. Like, damn, I should have said it. Yeah. Anyhow, hey, y'all, check the link in the description of the episode. We got new MRVL Of The Minds merch. The mugs are still up. I pulled the t-shirt down for now. It may come back up, but we do got the MRVL Of The Mind trucker hats. MRVL Of The Minds trucker hats. Damn, I'm tongue-tied. Where it looks similar to, if you watching the stream, you can see the Leading Me Legendary label hat that I got on. It's a trucker hat. Similar to that, but check it out. Link is in the description of the episode. Make sure you grab one. And it's, I want to say they're going for 40. If you can't grab it, I know obviously the tariffs got shit going crazy. If you can't afford that 40 off top, hey, you could pay through, I want to say it's Klarna, I think, or the other one that starts with an A. I don't want to butcher it. Afterpay. And basically, yeah, because all of them go under that. You could do that and split payments. Since it's $40, you can go and split payments of 10. So you ain't got to pay the 40 all off top. Same with the label hats, whatever. I think those are like 35, split it into 4 to 5 payments or whatever. But the reason we here, we're just gonna get right into it, man. Daredevil Born Again, episode 8. This is episode 58 of our podcast. God, we approaching 60, dog. We approaching 60. It don't even seem like we did that many episodes. That's crazy.
It's just about time to sign up for AARP.
Right. Man. But yeah, man, episode 8, Daredevil Born Again, called, I know it was the title of this, Isle of Joy. Isle of Joy. It says, and it's the recap of the episode says, in this pivotal episode, the narrative reaches a crescendo at the high-profile black and white ball. Matt Murdock uncovers a startling revelation. Vanessa Fisk, now Wilson Fisk, ordered the hit on his close friend, Foggy Nelson. This discovery adds complexity to the already tumultuous relationship between Daredevil and the Fisk family. Simultaneously, Benjamin Poindexter, aka Bullseye, executes a daring prison escape and targets the gala with intentions to assassinate Mayor Fisk. In a dramatic confrontation, Daredevil intervenes, taking a bullet to protect Fisk, leaving his fate uncertain. We know he lives. The episode also delves into subplots involving Heather Glenn's growing suspicions about Matt's double life and BB Urich's hidden motives linked to her uncle's history with Fisk. These intertwined storylines set the stage for an intense and unpredictable season finale. And as always, it's time for the Run the Stone segment. Peace, what you giving it, man?
6.
6, of course.
6.
Of course.
This was amazing.
Yeah, man.
I thought it was a finale for a second. Like, I'm watching it and I turned to Jess, I'm like, is this the finale? Like, is this it?
Well, you know, in most TV shows, usually the penultimate episode is sometimes better than the finale to a lot of people. We got that with Paradise. A lot of shows do that. Like, yo, that episode is better than the finale.
Happened a lot in Game of Thrones.
Yeah. So
Red Wedding.
I felt this was going to be a dope episode, but also I thought it was going to be like fighting in it. And when I finished, I was like, yo, this episode was so dope. And it wasn't one fight scene. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with you, man.
Kind of.
Well, my man's, we talking about when he burnt his hand and damn, dog. Yeah, man. I gotta roll with you on that. A 6. We can get right to it with the your favorite. What was your favorite scene from the episode? Do you have one?
I've got. They're both very small, so I'm gonna say 2.
Word.
And it was when Poindexter, the prison break, when he popped his tooth out,
bruh,
spit it through the dude's eye. I was like,
it's the cover art for the episode on the YouTube stream. Like people, if they scrolling through, it's the cover.
Yeah.
I gotta use this, dog. I gotta use it.
And then
crazy.
and then when the Murdoch and Fisk and everybody was dancing, and Fisk was just quietly talking shit to Murdoch, while they weren't near each other, but they were dancing with each other's partner. Or no, it was still with Vanessa, and Fisk was sitting there like talking shit to him, like quietly, like because he knew he could hear him. Like I was like, oh, that's great.
Yeah, I ain't peeped that at first until the second time I looked at it. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot he knows he has that hype. Yeah, the hearing. Yeah, that's crazy, though. Like, you motherfucker. You motherfucker.
Right.
You blind ass. Like from afar, like, oh yeah, I hear you talking shit. I hear you talking shit. And then what was so dope, man, I got my favorite scene, and we'll go to our least favorites after. Damn, I don't even know if there was one. My favorite scene was, without even overthinking it, I can go and say the shooting of Fisk. I can go and say my man's burning dog hand in the fryer, the grease. Man, I'm gonna go when Heather was talking to Matt and realized that he wasn't paying attention, because that shit was so funny to me. Because me and dog, we kind of do that. Like like we talking, you hear
we do.
Happens to me often. Like I'll catch everything, but it's like once I hear what the main important thing is, just tell me what the important shit is, and I'm gonna hear that. I'm gonna observe it. Everything else that you say, once you start going in a circle and all the emotions get to, it's like, oh no. Nope.
Well, I think a part of that, not to delve into relationship stuff, but I think a part of it is not all women, but many times, and some dudes do it too. When they're getting their point across, they tend to say the same thing over, but worded differently.
Just differently. Yeah. And I'm able to catch that.
No, I got you the first time. On to the next.
I've worked jobs that have been in that field of like just listening is important. Listening and like logic is important, right? So when you know how to merge both of them together, in the workspace, is flawless. You can do it easily. So sometimes when you out of that space, it's like to switch it off, and then when you in like regular everyday life, it's almost like severance. It's almost like you're working like, okay, I know. And then when you out that shit, it's like, all right, man, I gotta process this information. So yeah, but so I understand. It was so funny because he did the head tilt, and that's how she caught it. Like she was like, oh my god, you're not even listening to me. Like I thought that scene was funny, man. That was one of my favorite scenes of the episode. What about the least favorite?
I wasn't even really that mad at the opening Fisk and Vanessa scene this time. Like it.
Me neither, dog.
I don't really got a least like scene. This was all pretty stellar for there not being that much action. Like it was just what they were doing. Yeah. Like, it was
just to keep it tradition. To keep it tradition. Fisk and Vanessa. I'm going with her, trying to get him, like him showing her, because it was just some simp shit, dog. It's like, all right, man, he was away, bro. She did what she did, man. Like, let it go. So that's least favorite scene. Still, even the shooting was like crazy. It was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Like even before they did that, like they showed the key, and then like just barely you can see the barrel of the gun. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, she's gonna
crazy.
She's
and it's like, bro, it's so dope because Marvel is like going there in TV though. We usually see them take chances in film. They're doing it. We seen it with Guardians of the Galaxy. Open the fucking door. We saw it in Deadpool and Wolverine. Like they take their chances. But here they like this TV. They going there like him going there. And Bullseye, man, in my mind, I heard him say like how like we would say it in the streets or something. Like, man, boy, fuck you. Like, so he said that's how I heard it. But it was just so crowds like, and I wonder, was it ad lib? Was it ad lib? because Charlie Cox
Maybe.
is we got to talk about, like I said this before off mic, about like how it's like a lot of the quote unquote comic book genre movies don't get the proper light on the acting side of things.
Mhm.
A lot of people felt they slighted Angela Bassett from Wakanda
Oh,
Forever
yeah.
versus Jamie Lee Curtis. And in hindsight, I understood it. Like people, like, but did you see? It was people who didn't see everything everywhere all at once. I saw the movie, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I saw it and was able to be like, okay, I kind of see why. You know what I mean? Like watching Jamie, I like in hindsight, going back to look, I was like, I do kind of think Angela Bassett probably should have got it. You know what I'm saying? Versus like Jamie Lee Curtis, because I get it, cool, but now had it been compared to like television with her on The Bear, that's a little different. That's a little different conversation there. Forks, you know what I'm saying?
That episode was just pure anxiety the whole time watching. I was just like, ugh.
And speaking of The Bear, see, hey, season's finale ain't here yet. You know Frank Castle coming back, dog. John Byrne thought he gonna be in the season finale because
he better, like on IMDb they got him listed as like 11 episodes. No.
Between what?
Episodes.
Between this and season 2?
Yeah, it was originally they said 17 or 16, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, or 15 or something, you know, more than, and like we saw him and then he disappeared. I thought he was gonna be in it more.
He coming back. I could see him being in this finale. So just to kind of, so they got theories for episode 9 on the website. As far as Daredevil, you know, it says after sustaining a gunshot wound while protecting Fisk, says the viewers are eager to see how Matt Murdock's condition evolves and whether he can recover in time to confront the looming threats. I can see him doing a time jump. Like from 3 months later, because he always got like damaged like terribly in the original series. You know what I'm saying? So he got to heal. You know what I mean? So, but I wonder, like within that time jump,
it was usually wasn't it usually like Rosario Dawson that was patching him up?
Yeah. I wonder. Well, no, I didn't see her name in the credits, but that don't mean nothing.
Yeah, but he was shot in public and he wasn't dressed as Daredevil, so he doesn't have to hide his wound. Like everybody knows he was shot, so he's probably going to a regular hospital.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, man. Would it be crazy? Like, do you think that Heather, for one, I don't think him and Heather gonna be together long. And do you see her getting killed?
Yeah, I could definitely see her getting killed.
Because at first I thought it,
possibly Vanessa, even like they've been, you know.
I thought it, but they toting that line. People catching bodies on this show. From Bullseye, Vanessa, you know what I'm saying? So it's Heather caught one against Muse. Said Bullseye's next move with Bullseye's assassination attempt thwarted, but his whereabouts unknown. It's plausible he may regroup for another strike, possibly targeting those close to Daredevil. Yeah, because he is still out here. And he ain't got to use a gun.
So it was Vanessa that set the shit up, but it was Fisk that he was aiming for.
Right. So I'm wondering why though. So is it Vanessa that put the hit out on Fisk? Like the real hit?
Yeah.
Because the first one wasn't the shit at the restaurant at the end of episode 7. I don't think that was a hit she put out on him. Or damn, maybe I don't know, man. I don't know. Because we've been clowning like a roller, man. I don't care, man. She important. She may be like more a bigger problem than what we thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dang.
Because he was aiming at, you know,
or was he going after Fisk because Fisk is the one that sent him into Gen Pop to basically die damn near, you know?
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's a good catch. Now, I say with Vanessa's role, given her orchestration of Foggy's murder, Vanessa's influence within the criminal underworld may expand, potentially positioning her as a central antagonist. Then it says introduction of other Marvel characters. I read this over. Something I don't care about too much. Speculation abounds regarding appearances by other Marvel characters such as Frank Castle, that I do, Karen Page, that I don't, especially with set photos hinting at their involvement. Yeah, I think we're gonna get Frank Castle again, the Punisher, in the season finale. I don't think Karen more so. What's going on with the swordsman? It's almost I gather that. Well, you tell me what you think. I'll tell you what I think as well.
I mean, Fisk seems to know everything about everybody that's on street level type shit, and the swordsman was, you know,
he's basically like, hey, I know you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So he's trying to like blackmail him into funding that Red Hook port or whatever.
Yeah.
And
he got bread.
I don't know what much else is going on beyond that. Like, I don't know.
I'll tell you a cameo I think will pop up. Kate Bishop. Yeah, okay. We on the same page. We on the same page. Y'all showing the swordsman too much. Show us Kate Bishop, because she's a TV show person in that world. It's not like she was in the movies. I mean, she was in the Marvels, but yeah, I could see her like that'd be dope, dog. Because I liked her character. I think that'd be fire. Like her appearing. Man, people slept on Hawkeye, dog. I don't like how people like tried to discredit Hawkeye, dog. That show was dope. That show was dope, dog. Yep. Yeah, man. Cause we had Echo and Hawkeye. Yeah, man. Yeah, Hawkeye was great, man. Yep. And then it was all that hype around it because it was like right near the Spider-Man movie too, and everybody was trying to yo, I'm telling you, it was around the same time, like the Christmas tree and everything. Yeah, Hawkeye was kind of fire. Yeah, it was some like silly, goofy stuff in there with the
expanding,
with the PIM technology, I didn't really agree with. I see what they doing. It got real Disney-ish. It was all right. Don't mix Ant-Man shit in there, man. Like, okay, whatever. But other than that, it was still dope. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Why do you think Matt tried to save Fisk?
That I don't know. I'm like, why wouldn't you just let him die?
So word is from the scene where he went to go visit Bullseye. And remember, Duffy was kind of like, Matt is what they call crashing out, basically. He was checking Vanessa. She like, watch your tone. Like he's going there, like, what you tell her? Why he know where you live and that type of shit or whatever. So, which I think was intentional. The invite, like we know Matt's here, with each other. So I'm about to get the invite sent to you. You know what I'm saying? Because we in the age where y'all sending physical invites. You know what I mean? That could have happened like via email or like text or something. You gonna come to my crib and hey, you're invited to this because they knew he was there. You know what I mean? So I think that was very intentional. But also with Big Duffy telling him that Bullseye might have a lead on Foggy's killer. I think she told him that. And why go see Bullseye, the dude that murdered your homie or whatever, right? Knowing you gonna nut up on him or whatever. Pause. And he goes to see him, and I think, what did he tell him? The one line where he says, he said sometimes something about protecting, like, or save, like protecting, like the people, basically protecting the people you got beef with, pretty much. And I think that kind of
he said a good man would defend his enemies.
In my mind, I felt like he said Good Samaritan or something. Like it was something like that. He said that ticked him off. And is that when Matt was like "fuck you" or something like that or whatever? Or was
right after that? A little bit after that.
It might have. It was. He said it after, but before,
because he smashed his head a couple times, and then he said something smart, and then he was like "fuck you."
Because I seen I forget who said it, man. Might have been Jessica Clemens. Shout out to her. I think she said do something about maybe Matt did that on purpose, but it was like, why though? Because him slamming his head on the thing, like breaking his tooth, knowing that Bullseye is good with using shit like that to throw. Okay. But it's like, but why would Matt want him out of jail? You know what I'm saying? So when that was said, I was like, okay. It made me think about the scene with the Punisher. and he was telling him like, basically like, okay, you ain't really get vengeance. Foggy dead, you ain't get vengeance. He's doing life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like maybe in the back of his mind, maybe it could have just been like, and I can see like a montage, they show shit in the beginning of the episode, like from the previous episodes, maybe that being said, and maybe that could have been why he blamed his head, like knowing like this gonna break your tooth or snap or shatter some teeth. And I know you can use that to get out. I want you to get out. So I want you to get out so I can re-fuck you up. You know what I mean? Even though like, because did he know from episode 1
or keep an eye on him to closer watch to find out who really was at the bottom of it? Maybe that was too.
Damn, it's bigger than what I thought as far as the theories go. Because I'm thinking like, well, yeah, he got him out of jail because he wanted to, because he was pissed that that's what it was. I think he was like, fuck you, and he told him that he wanted him to defend him or something like that, right? I forget when it happened. I had to watch the clip again, but something happened that pissed him off because he was like, he blamed his head. It was like, guard, he's in here slamming his head. So now like they believed it. It's like, nah, man, you slammed it, bro. Yeah, shit was crazy. Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder, did he do that? When she said it, I was like, nah, why would he do that? But that makes a lot of sense because we got to remember, he likes this violence, man. That's for it. So it's like, just give me a reason. All he wants is a reason to go cut up. You know what I mean? So, and Fisk knows that too. So I think Fisk is like taunting him too on the low. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. What's my man's name? What's is the cop's name Buck? The one on the vigilante force?
Yeah, the white one that does deep frying hands.
Yeah. He not gonna make it. He not gonna make it. He not gonna make it. And we're not gonna act like that wasn't foreshadowing. Daniel's gonna die, and it's gonna be a horrible, slow burning death. He said it. They made it. Sometimes shows like this make it too obvious. But he was like, he put him in charge of, it was like deputy mayor of something.
Mayor of communications.
Yeah. And he told him, he was like, he was happy with the position, and he was like, I'll burn for you. And Fisk kind of like agreed with him, like, that was a specific word of choice. Oh, duh, foreshadowing in the Marvel show. So it's like,
but who is BB's uncle?
Yeah, her uncle. That came out of nowhere. We don't know him, but what it tells me is that her purpose of why she's doing this shit with the vlogs and everything makes more sense now. But you know what I mean?
Would we have seen him in the prior because we don't know. We don't know nothing for nothing.
I don't know who it is.
Her uncle might have been somebody that Fisk killed or had killed in the prior Daredevil series.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking it's somebody. Like I need to go back and rewatch the
shit. I'm even thinking about Echo. Like, did he murk out somebody in Echo? Like, did somebody get murked out in the Hawkeye? Cause and we gotta assume her uncle is black. Or maybe she adopted
or Hispanic. Because she she could.
I didn't even think about that. So I just got me. It'd be crazy if it connect back to like one of them shows. Like, oh shit, like somebody from Echo.
I could see what I mean. Echo would probably be my choice. Like that.
People was dying in that. People died in that show. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't doubt that. I ain't seen that theory out there yet. They just like knowing that she's doing the vlogs and shit because of what happened with her uncle. So I'm like, damn, who is our uncle? That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I think we've seen her uncle die. I feel like
I gotta look this up. I want to look this up because I want to know, like, I guess looking up like who might BB Ogre, who might her uncle be.
I'm about to rewatch Echo as soon as we're done with this.
Echo is a nice, like, if you binge, because I hate like binging now, like, because to me. Man, people be recommending me shows all the time. I be like, I can't do it, man. If it's something that's like 3 seasons in.
What about Hawkeye? Because that's where Fisk came back and was like doing shit and killing people. With
True. And we weren't seeing him.
Is Echo?
Yeah. we weren't even seeing him like until like that one episode where they showed him on the cameras, like fuzzy camera footage or whatever. So
No, they
yeah,
showed him. They showed him a little, well, because he
it was
was
near
in
the
there.
end.
Well, it wasn't it towards the beginning, because no, we saw Fisk a whole bunch in the
Yeah, they
Hawkeye.
finally showed him on Hawkeye. They finally showed him with when we kept wondering, they kept saying to him or something. They kept referring to him as the big guy or something like that. They weren't even saying like Kingpin or Fist. They wouldn't say his name. It was like real discreet, like the big guy or something. Now, I could be wrong, but it
And
was
then what's her name
something that
kept
wasn't
on
his
calling
name.
him Uncle
Yep.
something.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we
Okay.
found out when they showed, finally they revealed it, and you showed like they had him on camera. And he wasn't dressed like he had the Hawaiian shirt and everything. I was like, man, this ain't Kingpin. Like, that ain't how you rock. They finally showed him, and then we got the true him and Echo. So yeah, that's when we really got to see him more. Hawkeye, we saw the picture of him on the camera. Then he was in like 1 or 2 episodes, I believe, because he was scrapping. He was him and Kate was going at it. Yeah, but then he got like hit by the car or something like that or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and then at the end of Echo is when she shot him, right?
Hawkeye.
No,
when he got popped. Yeah.
at the end of
He got shot in
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hawkeye was good, man. People sleep on that show. It was like the top. It was the top shows from the Disney streaming shows was WandaVision, Loki season 1 and 2, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and Hawkeye. Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
Hawkeye collection. Oh yeah, Hawkeye. Booyah.
What do you think? What do you see happening in the finale? We got to get some scraps. Somebody got to fight.
Yeah, I don't. Dude, like he's taken out right now. He got shot pretty
he got to heal up.
Pretty close to the heart. Just above and to the left, maybe. So if they don't do
pass through,
if they don't do a time jump, well, I don't know, because Murdoch has been stabbed and fucked up before and kept on fighting through it. Maybe he's gonna get attacked in the hospital and shit's gonna jump off, and maybe Castle's gonna jump in there.
And remember too, we in the universe where it's like you got this Mystique ninja magic and everything that can probably heal him and heal him faster. Ain't no telling. They brought Elektra back to life. She was supposed to be dead.
Is Stick dead?
I was gonna ask you that in one of the last episodes too. What happened to Stick?
Did he die in Defenders?
I don't remember because I never rewatched it.
Either.
That's why I say it's too many streaming shows, man. If you having to go back and be like, let me rewatch, like it's too much, man. Way too much. Like they be saying we in a golden era of TV and film, and I'm like, nah, I don't think so. I think it's just a lot. It's an abundance of like what we get to pick from. A lot of stuff is bad. It's some good shit, you know what I'm saying? Like Apple TV for sure. Obviously we got our Marvel universe or whatever, but and HBO Max, you got like a few different platforms that got some joints, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, it's just a lot. Like Netflix, they got a lot of misses, and you got to scroll through to, for the algorithm to serve up to you what you might like.
We canceled our Netflix. Like there's just ain't shit going on in it right now. Nothing worthwhile.
I was thinking about it.
Been waiting for Stranger Things since 1948. Like it feels like.
Word. Yeah, man. Yep. I'm excited though, man. This really had me. I was like, yo, I definitely want to see the finale now. That episode right there. I don't let us down. Please don't let us. I know it's not gonna be no CGI fight. It's Daredevil, but he's gonna be in costume. And I do see Frank Castle coming in and like helping him. It's gonna be a fight for sure. And a lot of shooting.
Bullseye, stabbing, punching.
Bullseye still out here. You know what I mean? So, yep. But it is going to be a lot of that, but it's going to also be a cliffhanger because we still got to face season 2, and they shooting that right now. So they're not playing. They like, oh, we going right into it. Yeah. This is like, we're finally back at like old Daredevil that we knew it for. I don't feel like this is any more of a blend of like what they were shooting and scrapped and then combining with. I think this is like, nope, this is it. This is what we really are dealing with now. And you know, now we on to season 2 shooting that. So can't wait, man. Hopefully I hope we get some more some Defender characters. I'd love to see like Luke Cage or Jessica Jones or whatever.
And man, like what was it? I think it was Marcel that said something about Iron Fist and how Iron Fist wanted a second shot.
He blew his shot. You know, you blew your shot. You got 2 seasons
no,
and the Defenders.
but he's not a bad actor. That dude is not a bad actor. He's solid. It's like when we get
forgot what it said. It said something to why he was like terrible as Iron Fist. I forget why. I had to look it up.
When we get good actors that give bad performances, people always blame the actor, and that's not who you blame in that situation.
Yeah,
it's the director.
Yeah, you got to do what the director wants you to do.
Yeah, they are giving you, you know.
Denzel Washington said it.
Yeah,
Denzel said it himself. He said, "I prefer Broadway over," because he said, "I'm from the stage." And he said he prefers Broadway on. You saw it on number 1 on the call sheet over. And he might have said it on the video too, but he was like, "When I'm," so it might have not been the show. It might not have been that documentary. He might have said, "I just probably seen an Instagram clip." And he was like, "I prefer acting on stage versus film." Oh, okay, that's probably where they got it from. And he said, "Because with on the stage is you." You performing and versus where you acting is like you at the mercy of the director. No, do it like this and say, you know what I mean? You fuck around, deliver a line bad.
And the writers, because they're the ones that wrote into the script. I'm the protector of Kunlun, Mortal Iron Fist a zillion times. And that wasn't his fault. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the writers. And
gotta say it.
By Defenders, they cut that shit out. He might have said it once throughout the whole thing. He was solid in Defenders. There was
I like Defenders too. A lot of people ain't like it. I thought it was dope.
No, it was like so. I say give him another shot.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's a wrap on that, man. We got one more episode to go. Episode 9. I wish they could have did 10, but episode 9 of Daredevil Born Again. We'll be back next week. I want to try to get I did tell him, shout out to Ken Brass, does the sound of
Sound Off Sundays.
Sound Off Sundays. I was about to say Super Soul Sundays. I'm thinking about the own network. My bad, Ken.
Hey,
Sound Off Sundays, dog.
Super Soul Sundays. I think you might be onto something there.
Nah, that's already. It was Oprah. It was a show. Yeah. My daughter's mom used to watch it a lot on the own network. They used to always see it. They be on there. He was talking about peace and stuff, sitting in, peaceful stuff and mental health awareness, all that or whatever. Back then too, before it was a hot button topic. But I always thought that was a dope name. Damn, that's a dope name. Super Soul Sundays. Oprah Network, get it. But shout out to Ken, man. I told him, I said I want to try to get him on for the finale because I know he's been watching Daredevil. Man. We definitely want to start bringing on more guests just for topics at random about the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You know what I mean? Especially the one that I got in mind, like just talking about like some of the better, like who are the great, who do we got at the top, like as far as actors and actresses in the MCU.
I've been making mental notes on that one.
Because if you think about it, they had everybody like in it. When I was watching the number 1 on the call sheet, I was like, damn, all these people been in the MCU, dog. With the men, all of them have been in the MCU, except Denzel, not yet.
And yet.
Will Smith hasn't, which I think that'd be, get him in there, y'all. Yeah. Get him in there. I think he'd kill it at something. Martin Lawrence hasn't, of course, because he was on there. Eddie Murphy hasn't. We don't need him in there, but Kevin Hart hasn't. We don't need him in there. I don't need him in there. There's certain people you don't need in there. No, we don't need you in there.
We're good. Thank you, but no thank you.
Morris Chestnut hasn't, but for the most part, across both episodes, a lot of y'all have been in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Elba.
Yep.
What's that dude? Boyega has he?
Nope. He should though. That'd be crazy. Daniel Kaluuya was in there. Yeah. So man. But in the meantime, dog, tell them where they can find you at.
Peace of Mind 313 across everything, everywhere.
Same here. Nametag Alexander across the board on social media platforms, wherever you scrolling and creating content at, and Spotify, Apple Music, Bandcamp, even Name tag Alexander across the world. I was about to fuck my own name up. Make sure y'all tap that link in that description of the episode. Get some merch. We got some cool merch, man. Got the hats, man. Get you a hat, man. Get your Marvel of the Minds hat or a Leading Be Legendary hat. All under the same umbrella. But in the meantime, it has been Marvel of the Minds. Y'all be easy until episode 59. Peace.